Hey, Doug Upstone here for Doug Upstone Sports Picks at YouTube channel. Make sure that you check that out. Today, you notice I'm wearing a jacket. As you can see, the temperature dropped in Arizona. So we're got a little change of weather here. Not unusual for March for many of you in different parts of the country. So we got it. It happens here too. So I am in Peoria, and I'm going to be here the next several games for see a variety of teams. It's actually kind of a home game for me. I live about 5 minutes away from here, so not too far. Today we got Cleveland is playing Seattle. This is Seattle's home park. Them and the San Diego Padres. So Cleveland, the Guardians this year. Surprisingly, they're picked fourth in their division. That's a little bit of a surprise by the odds. Now, it's not that much different than the leader, Minnesota, but still a little surprised. They're 10th for the American League, 16th to win the World Series, and their season win total is 82.5 on this one. Like I say, it's kind of surprising to see them that far down on the odds, but you know what? The thing that happened is they got rid of Josh Naylor and Andres Gimenez. And so by doing that hurt their offense. And let's face it, Cleveland organization, not exactly, big money spenders. Attendance hasn't been all that great. It was last year. They got to over 2 million last year. So progressive field, got to make something happen here. So that's, I think, the biggest reason why they have fallen so much in terms of their numbers. Cleveland, though, is big on Juan Brito at second base this year to be a big help. And then Kyle Manzardo either to play first base or DH. They don't have David Fry. He's on the IL. Carlos Santana should help at first base too. So that would be a plus. And, any offense that has Jose Ramirez, Stephen Kwan, and Lane Thomas, not going to be all that bad. Last year, the bullpen was outstanding. One of the best ever bullpens. Now, that was regular season, okay, not necessarily in the playoffs. They had some problems there. But even if they regress some, okay, they're still going to be a top five bullpen. Starting pitching isn't overwhelming, but it's solid. They get the job done. And to me, their biggest asset overall is Stephen Vogt, their manager. He is, I think, a very good manager, did a great job. Players believe in him. So I think they have a shot at repeating in this division. And I would go over 82.5 wins for Cleveland. Now, Seattle, the home team here, they're picked third in their division, seventh in the American League. Down the list, 12th for World Series, and their over-under total is 84.5. I know they're not a big money franchise, but when you have arguably the best starting pitching and you don't hit, you got to do something, right? I mean, it just kind of makes sense. Last year, Mariners, 29th in batting average, 15th on base percentage, 22nd in OPS, and they returned largely the same group. Now, if 5 or 4 guys have career years, okay, they can turn things around. They got a new hitting coach, which can't hurt because they got rid of 4 of their biggest strikeout guys in the last couple of years before last season, and they still finished last in the American League in strikeouts. So that's a problem. But the pitching staff, boy, oh boy, Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, Bryce Miller, Luis Castillo. Those 4 guys had ERAs of 3.64 or lower and FIPS of 3.91 or better. Just complete dominance. Really like them every time that they can go out. Offense, I guess you have to say the offense can't be any worse than what it was, so it can only go up. So I think they got a shot to win the division, okay, on this one. Also, I'd like them to go over 84.5 wins if they can outperform Houston and Texas as bottom feeders, okay, of beating the Angels and the A's this year. So I think they have a shot. And I think, by the way, of that cheer, I think somebody has hit a home run, if I'm not mistaken. So I didn't look over my shoulder, but I think that's what happened. That's what the crowd cheering for. So let's go over 84.5 wins for Seattle. So there's your report for today. I will be back later at the same ballpark. It's going to be sunnier and warmer. I'm almost certain for that. So this is Doug Upstone for Doug Upstone Sports Picks. Have yourself a great day.